Okay, I have the FlyBear FX935 F-35 Lightning Nano Park Jet. The only FlyBear planes I've flown thus far have been the little two-channel planes. This one is actually a four-channel plane. It has a six-axis gyro and it has three modes: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And advanced is supposed to be full manual mode without any interference from the gyro. This plane is courtesy of Banggood. I want to thank them for sending this for review. I've been looking forward to flying a FlyBear plane that had more than two channels on it. So this is going to be its maiden flight. Very little wind out here right now, which is great. Let's see which way the wind is coming from. Okay, so let's see if we can get it in the air. Launching. And so you'll notice that it does this high alpha. And that is by design. I'll throttle back a little bit. Look how slow. You can fly this in a pretty small area. So you can use trim to take the high alpha out of it. But it's designed that way so you could fly it in a really, really small area. Look at that. That is pretty slick. Oh, I forgot to start my timer. Okay. So this is beginner mode gyro. Intermediate mode has a little less high alpha and a little less restriction on the angle. But is that cool? It looks like it's coming in for a carrier landing. So I'm not even, right now, I'm not even having to use the elevator. I'm just using throttle and turning it. That is pretty slick. You could fly this indoors easily. Now when you turn, it has elevon, full elevon control. So when you turn, it does lose a little bit of its high alpha. So you need to use a little bit more throttle when you're making your turn. Okay, so let's get it over here and let's see. This is full. Whoa, that was full left stick deflection. So you don't want to give it full deflection when you've got it in gyro mode. But it's extremely stable. You know, I'm giving it about half. And I'm getting beeping from the transmitter, so I'm not sure if the flight battery is getting low. Shouldn't be. Maybe it is. Look at that. Okay, landed it. Okay, that was... It has an on and off switch, so we'll turn off the switch. But that was pretty... Oops, there goes my timer. I'm dropping everything this morning. But that was pretty darn slick. So, but it didn't seem like I got much flight time out of it. And I charged the batteries before I came out here this morning. So, I am going to go ahead and put the second battery pack in it and then put it in intermediate mode and see what we have. Be back in a minute. Okay, I've got it in intermediate mode gyro now. Let me start my timer. Alright, so let's get it in the air and see what intermediate mode looks like. I think I ran the battery out quickly last time because I was in the throttle. I mean, I had it moving about 100% throttle the whole time. Right there, I throttled up. Okay, so it looks to me like it's about, whoa, I don't know what happened there. It looks to me like the high alpha is about the same as it was with the beginner mode. If there's any difference, it's very, very slight. Ouch. All right, here we go. Oop. Not enough of a chuck, I guess. Try that again. Yeah. Put it back in beginner mode. They just really seem to want to keep the high alpha, you know, and never level out. So let's see. Huh. All right, let me recalibrate the gyro. And once these motors start, they always idle, even with the throttle all the way down. Okay. Okay, I've switched to intermediate. I guess I just needed to recalibrate the gyro. Ooh. I keep forgetting I can use the elevator on this if I need to, yeah. Almost did a touch and go. It looks like it's constantly coming in for a landing. And I'm getting the beeping from the transmitter again, so. I only have 2 batteries with this plane, and they're one has 550 milliamp hour. But I did bring some 400s with me, about a gram lighter. So on the next flight, I want to put it into manual mode and see what we have. And you can also trim this out so that it doesn't do so much high alpha. But man, you could really fly this in a small area. Okay, so I trimmed out a little bit of the high alpha there, as you can see. I've got full down trim right now. I don't know why it's telling me the battery is low. It seems to be fine. So now I'm pushing forward elevator on it just to get it to speed up a bit. Woo! Ah!
Okay, so I was having fun with this plane until I wasn't, and when I went to pick it up in the second or third launch, when I was pushing the elevator down to pick up speed, and all of a sudden it nosed down. Here's what I think happened, because I checked everything, you know, during the assembly. I checked the motors, I checked the control linkage, I checked the control horns, wheels, everything. And when I went to pick it up, my control horn on the right elevon is barely holding on with just a little thin piece of plastic. So it's completely laid over. So I think that's what was going on. I think that when I first landed it out there on the road, you know, because it's coming in, it's got real high alpha, and I think that the control horn actually caught a rock when I landed it over there and either cracked it or put a stress fracture in it. And so the longer it flew, the worse it got, which I think is why I had to recalibrate the gyro. I don't think it was getting full movement on this elevon, and then it just finally snapped and let go. So I wanted to test it out in manual mode as well, but I didn't get a chance to do that because I broke the control horn. So before I take it back out, I am going to replace the control horn. And I think the other thing I'm going to do to put less stress on the control horns, I think I'm going to cut the elevons loose from the foam hinges and put in tape hinges, and then take it back out and test it again. I thought it was kind of fun flying it around in high alpha the whole time, but I also want to see how it handles in expert mode, which is supposed to be full manual mode. I'm not sure what's going on with the transmitter. The transmitter was beeping, telling me that the battery was low in the aircraft. Well, I tested both of those batteries before I came back, and both of the batteries were showing 4 volts each. So I think that is a false alarm coming from the transmitter. So another thing I might try to do before I take it back out again, if I can get to the wiring without tearing up the plane, is I might bypass that on and off switch just to see if that's what's causing the low voltage alarm. Maybe the on and off switch has got too much resistance in it and it's cutting down the voltage to the motors too quickly, because the battery still had plenty of juice. So I'm going to at least get the control horn fixed and get the elevons with tape hinges to make them, you know, less stiff on the control horns, and then we'll take it back out. If I have time, I will also bypass that on and off switch just to see if that's what's causing the battery alarm on the transmitter. But man, I was having a lot of fun with it until I broke the control horn. So anyway, stay tuned. As soon as I get those, get that repair done, and maybe a modification on the on and off switch, we'll take it back out and throw it in the air again. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the air.